Miles Kane, Alex Turner, welcome in Belgium again.
Thank you, Stan.
Cheers,
It is,
Stan.
it is again, because it's not the first time that you are in Belgium, of course. You played here with Miles Kane, the solo project. You played here with Arctic Monkeys, and you played here with the Lost Shadow Puppets. Do you remember anything about Belgium or Brussels at all?
We've been here a lot between
Yeah.
us. in
Why?
Brussels.
Why have you?
You
Keep us
know,
away,
I think
Stan.
even aside from this, when we're doing our own things, we're here a lot.
Why is it that?
Loads of great gigs here. Yeah.
The
Why? Yeah, why?
the
'Cause
the last Shadow Puppets
Puppets.
gig we did here
that's
was
one.
a memorable one.
Yeah.
It was in, I think, November 2008 at the Cirque Royale.
Yes.
And I think it
Every
was,
time I've played there.
yeah, and it is one of the best venues to play. And I think it was maybe the best show I've seen there. And you know why? Because I thought it will be a good show, but it was a very good show. And the thing that I liked about the show was the combination of the strings, the voices, and the songs, and even the covers. They were great.
We did a couple of covers. Yeah.
We had to pack out the set back
Yeah.
then.
Found some old photographs from that night a couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago, actually, in the backstage area. Shed a little tear.
Can you
Realised how much time had passed, Stan?
Yeah, it is a long time actually since the first and the second one. That's one of the questions everybody asks, of course. But why was there such a long time? Why was it necessary to have 5, 6 years in between?
Like you mentioned, we've both been in Brussels a lot.
You had to pass in Brussels on several occasions.
You know,
and,
We had to bring some other people to Brussels
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah,
and
like a
so
tour guide.
It's only fair.
By
Like
the
a tour
time you've
guide.
done that a few times, the years go by.
Yeah. Well, you don't live in Brussels because you found another place to live now. This album was also recorded in the place where you live. Is that right? Is it totally written and recorded in Los Angeles?
Not
No.
totally, Stan. No, it was recorded in a studio in Malibu, which is not
Not a million miles away.
Not a
is it?
million
It's-
miles
it's
away
a couple
from
of,
where we
it's an hour and a half drive and a couple of hours.
But we didn't really do much writing there. I've found I don't write very good songs next to large bodies of water.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember a long time ago, at a Swedish festival, sat with an acoustic guitar
What, by a lake? What,
and,
just having a moment to yourself?
and I thought like, wow. And then
But then that's
It was
in-
the wo- it was
you're at
kind
the
of the
festival
word.
though. You've got a lot on your mind.
I know, but like
You've
I
got
remember then
time.
and
Is it
countless
planted
other
something in your
occasions,
mind?
can't write by the water. Yeah.
You're not a water person then.
I'm not the water. I think I might be the mountain man.
Even though some people write great songs if they're close to the water. For example, Beach Boys, they have written some great songs about water even though they weren't good swimmers or even surfers, I heard.
Yeah. Exactly. What does
Exactly.
that tell you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think it tells anything, but it's still nice to say something like that.
So, no, I think
It rolls off the tongue
I
well.
think you're onto something there. Stan. I think it says something about
Was it
Brian
poetry?
Wilson's imagination.
Yeah,
And how
maybe.
powerful that was.
Talking about imagination, what were the main influences then, if it wasn't water, of course, for writing this great album?
Well, thank you. First of all, I'm glad
Well,
you think so.
I wouldn't say that it's a great album if I didn't think it was, because it is a great album.
Thank you so much, man. I mean, there's no one theme on there that everything's about. Like, I think during the period in which we wrote the songs for the record, quite a lot happened. In both of our lives, like where we ended up living had changed, kind of,
Yeah.
We both fell in love during that time, you could say.
Really?
There's that, so then that's covered. There's the time like before that had happened that, like became the basis for some of the songs we were writing. But yeah, I don't know, I think what this project allows us to do is experiment and in the songwriting sense, the lyrics particularly, I think I've found through sharing this whole experience with Miles that, you know, almost because you are one half of a whole, shall we say, it
Mhm.
permits you to go to places that you wouldn't usually go to, and whether that's experimenting with the abstract side of lyrics or the more sort of personal, direct side. I think you know, because we're doing it together, it allows you to be
Mhm.
broader.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, or am
I-
I just waffling on again?
No,
now?
I think I understand it. But even though the fact that you said it's about also falling in love, but used to be my girl, it's about an ex girl. Is it
I
something we
mean-
can talk about? Is it?
I suppose so. Yeah. What's that one about? I mean,
Because
yeah,
that was done. That was a couple of years ago. That one.
It's an old song actually.
Well, was it a couple of years?
yeah. As
think
far
so.
as like, you know, what like lyrically it is very varied, and you know, there's not one sort of message there really. It's
No.
not,
That tune is probably not one message, is it?
no.
Do you know what I mean?
It's, you know, a lot of the times the lyrics on there are like I just say atmospheric, but they certainly have. You know, it's about sometimes the words, the the shadows, the words cast on the wall, and
Yeah.
like have that. What that evokes from you, and the combination of, you know, what's happening in the rest of the music is how we get to where we want to be
Yeah.
with it, if you know what I mean.
It
It's
all
like-
has to blend in some kind of way.
yeah, it's as much, I think, an exercise in production, this
Mhm.
whole project, as it is
Mm.
it's in songwriting, you know, like it's
Because the first one, it was a little bit easy to explain. It's more 60s inspired. But this one, you have, of course, the old music listen to, also some newer music you listen to, and the fact that you're recording in the States, which is also some kind of different, I guess. If you stay in the UK with all the you're wearing a Stone Roses t-shirt, you have all the great UK music, but maybe now you're experiencing also the great music they make in the States. Is it also something that has to
I think
come
it just-
together?
yeah, it all just sort of blends in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and then but maybe it does have a subconscious thing. You know, with being there, whether you're in a bar or you're in a cafe and there's different music gets played in there. do you know what I
R&B
mean?
and hip hop, isn't it? That's
No,
kind of music
you'd be
that-
very surprised. You know,
yeah.
a lot of soul gets played in those
Yeah.
cafes.
yeah.
No,
And I
stuff
think
like that.
also like the whole notion of being influenced by something in a direct way has kind of reached like
It's not the
saturation point
case.
now, you know.
Mhm.
Like, whereas when we were 21, you know, I heard Scott Walker
Mhm.
and we were like, let's try and do that.
Yeah.
You know, like our version of that. And I think like what that first record is us like trying to get to the sound of these records that we'd fell in love with, and like not quite making it,
Yeah.
but that in itself is like what it seems like that record sounds like to me now. But this one, it wasn't as, you know, I think we thought perhaps for a while that it would be the same kind of thing. So it's like, well, now with the second one, then if
Yeah.
you apply that theory to it, are we going to go and try and make like a synthesizer record or
Yeah.
something, and kind of fall short of that, and then that, in, you know, the naivety and mixed with what we're chasing after will make it. But I don't know, that like concept didn't seem to really ring true, so we decided then to focus on what in our what it seemed like the other half of that, what made the first record good was, which was us two kind of writing together. And once we started focusing
basis
on that,
for
is we kind of started to get somewhere.
Is it easier to do your own thing when you're getting older? Because you don't need to, I wouldn't say copy, but to pick up inspiration from the things that you've heard. Is it easier to do because of all the songs that you've written and all the tours that you've done? Is it easier to do your own thing?
I think certainly, and also like again to do it with your mate. For me, anyway, it definitely like that gives me the confidence to like not have to ask so many questions about everything all the time. Yeah, I mean, I think also like less concerned with the whole thing having a sound to it where it hangs together. You know, like that first record. I think I remember wanting it to all, and a lot of records I've made actually like. Wanted it to all kind of make sense, like
The
for the
concept,
production.
Mm.
Not necessarily in the lyrics, but in the other half of it, like the sound of the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Mm.
Wanted it to, you know, like so. For instance, the first Cheddar Puppets record, if we were going for that, the like Scott Walker or the like Morricone thing or whatever it was like it's all got to have that thing. Whereas now I'm sort of not like as bothered about
precious
that.
about it.
Like some of these songs, I think the productions are quite different to like the
Yeah.
other end of the album even.
I understand. This picture of Tina Turner is taken when she was 30 years old. That's the same age you
Oh,
guys
wow.
have right now. Why did you pick up a photo of Tina Turner? Which is it's a great photo, and you don't
We
see her,
always
of course.
thought it'd be a great album cover, and it's a photo that Alex has had in his kitchen
Really?
for a few years that he got off his friend, and we always said, you know, that I'd make a good album cover one day, and then
It has nothing to do with
her being 30 and us being 30.
No, of course I understand, but the music she makes or the things she was standing for.
I mean,
and-
We like
Yeah.
we've got we're
please.
fans of her music.
Yeah.
You know, we like Tina Turner.
I honestly didn't think like so many people would find out it was Tina Turner also like that, because I mean you can't.
I didn't see it. I just
Yeah.
somebody.
Be me with a wig.
Well, maybe the legs, maybe. But it's still a great photo, and I think it's cool that you pick a photo like this.
Yeah,
even
that
though it
being
has
said,
nothing
I,
to do.
I kind of don't mind that it's
Yeah.
that it you know that people do know that it is Tina. I mean, she is like.
And it's
She's
still
wonderful.
kind of got a link to the first one as well.
Yeah. I was reading, I think in Q magazine, the music you like or the music you were listening to when you wrote this album, or music you were listening to in your car, doesn't matter. And I think it's interesting that you're wearing a Stone Roses T-shirt, and the music there was about Serge Gainsbourg, and Tina Turner is on this cover. And I know that on the first,
What do we actually like?
yeah, I mean you like everything. I think
Yeah.
that's cool that you can pick up the music you
Oh,
like
dear.
and you don't care.
Oh, dear.
You spill the beer.
I spilled my beer on the radio.
Problem. It's just we have other beers in Belgium.
Looks like a little island.
Well, it's okay. No, but you like a bit of everything. Is it interesting to pick up the right things from all genres?
I think, yeah, we've got a wide, spectrum of music that we love. You know.
Is it something typical? Because I think a
But
lot
I think as you get older, maybe you're open to more as well. You know.
Is it like, because I always thought that even older musicians and even great British musicians I could talk to, that they were always listening to the same things, and they weren't.
Whether you can get trapped in that bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that does happen, but I guess now we're still kind of exploring it,
Yeah.
and we're up for hearing things that a few years ago you may have turned your nose up at. You know what I mean?
Because I can remember the first time Arctic Monkeys when played in Belgium, Regulators, the Warren G song played. Was it some kind of a statement like we're not gonna play a Jam song or Oasis song?
Right. I think hip hop was very important for me, and still is. And probably like when we used to walk onto it, to music like that. It was probably our way of saying, yeah, like we're into this as well. Like, like don't get me, I love the Jam and
Yeah, of course.
also like as a walk on music, I think like
It was a cool
hip hop's like hip hop kind of wins that. Probably for like walking, like if you think about like boxers and stuff, even like I don't know. Maybe not. Like I don't know, wrestling walk-ons to a lot of
Heavy rock,
like,
don't they? But then there's a couple of like sort of hip hop ones that.
yeah. I mean, I love the
Kinda
Smiths and that, but like there's not that many like walk-on.
Do you have a
Smiths tunes.
walk-on song this time?
What?
Last chap-
This time now we haven't now because we have this now.
You
Yeah.
have
We're
the
getting the
strings,
strings
yeah,
doing a little like interlude thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you have some covers? Because I like the covers you played last time when you played Brussels. I know there was a David Bowie song also
Yeah.
on the set list that night, which is also something interesting to talk about. You are David Bowie fans, I guess. What was the first thing you thought when he died? Because some people knew that he wasn't very healthy anymore. What was the first thing you thought when he died?
Well, yeah, I mean, it came as a shock, really. To be quite honest, yeah, it sort of made me want to pull the car over. You know what I mean?
Hmm. I think it was for a lot of people when he died. It meant he meant something, certainly for people in Britain, but all over the world, of course. Was he one of the main influences, or
Yeah, for us, yeah, and probably a lot of musicians,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely. He was an innovator.
yeah? And I can also remember, I think it was the best Beatle cover that I ever heard. It was "I Want You, She's So Heavy." You played. The thing is, when you started to play the song, I thought they can never sing it like that. They can never play it like that. But you did. Was it something that? Because why would you cover that song? You played "Hey Bulldog" live, but that's more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's. I think that's. I can understand that, but how is it possible?
Yeah, I
How is
can't.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
It's reasonable. But why would you pick that song? Was it something like a challenge?
Maybe at the time, I can't remember what
You
our
know,
reason- well, we needed some more songs to play,
Yeah.
and I think it must have been one of them moments when we were listening to it, and we said it jokingly. We said, "Oh my
Yeah,
God,
let's
imagine
do it."
playing that," and we jammed it, and it's one of them. But we have been playing it
Yeah.
on this time round as
Okay,
well.
great. Yeah.
So
yeah.
There's a small chance that you might play it tonight.
well tonight because we've only got 60
yeah,
minutes, but you
sure.
know what?
Yeah, we'll
Why
see.
not?
man.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. So tonight we've got Club 69, and then in summer we have Rock Werchter, which is a festival you know because you played there. Is it? Some people say it's the best festival in the world. Do you agree?
I mean, yeah, it's a good, it's one of the better ones, isn't it?
Mhm.
I think, yeah, we've got a fact great shows there. We didn't
Did
do
we,
hardly any festivals with this thing last time, did we?
No, I think
This
we
thing.
only
No,
did-
that's the
This will be at that. Yeah, we haven't done any.
No, but I mean, you played there with Miles Kane and Arctic
Yeah.
Monkeys, but is it harder because you have all those strings and people have to listen a little bit more? It's more like
Well,
it's,
you know, with this on now, we've just got a quartet of strings with us because we're doing so many gigs.
Yeah.
So they're like, you know, sort of kind of in the band with us now. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean? Because we've done so much. So you know, they've like worked it all out, and you know, if we do little jams and stuff, then it's easier just to have the
Well, yeah,
quartet than.
there's a
Yeah.
versatility.
Yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise, it'd all get a bit higgledy-piggledy if we kept changing it with different orchestras, you know. So it'll be us, but it's even better with less.
I can imagine.
It's nice to
No
know
doubt.
everybody's name.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
you can ask all the names if you want, maybe after the show. But I'm gonna say anything about it. So last thing is that tomorrow we have Linde and Sophie. They are the host of the morning show, and they would like to play a song, a morning song, the best morning song ever for you. What is the best morning song ever they can play for you? You can pick your own song, of course. So it's 2 songs. So it's the best song to play at 8:45.
When the sun's coming up.
Sun is coming up. It's something like "Here Comes the Sun," but
Yeah, but
maybe not that
not
one.
again.
Yeah.
How about just as we're saying Sun and we're thinking Beatles, I was thinking about it. One day you'll look and see I'm gone, and tomorrow be rain, so I'll follow the sun.
That's a good one. So I'll follow the sun. Will be the.
Should we do that? It's
I
pretty straightforward.
It
but
is.
let's
It
do
is
that.
an
Yeah,
honest morning song, I think. So that shall be the one.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think my time is up.
Either that or breathe.
Oh,
Prodigy.
Or
I was
smack.
thinking of the Prodigy before.
It's better than smack my bitch up. Breathe. But we'll try. I'll follow the sun. So my time is up, and you have to prepare for the show tonight. Of course. I wish you
Cool,
a very
man.
good show,
Thank
a very good summer, of course, and we're looking forward to the third album
You enjoy.
in 5 years.
man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Studio Brussel.